This is journal page 70, lesson 4.1. So write the word sentence as an inequality. Number 1, a number t is less than or equal to 5. So t is less than or equal to 5. The or equal to sign has to be under the less than sign because it's less than or equal to. And number 2, a number g subtracted from 6 is no more than 3/4. So g is subtracted from 6, so I have 6 minus g. And if it's no more than, that means it can't be more than. It could be the same as, so there's the or equal to, and it could be less than, so less than or equal to 3/4. Number 3. Tell whether the given value is a solution of the inequality. Remember, these inequalities have an infinite number of solutions. We just have to see if 8 could be one of them. So if we have r minus 3 is less than or equal to 9, and this is a semicolon. They use that because it's not a mathematical symbol, and they use that to separate these two. R is the value we are checking. So if we put 8 in place of r, this would become 8 minus 3 is less than or equal to 9. And we know 8 minus 3 is 5. 5 is less than or equal to 9. Is 5 less than or equal to 9? Yes, 5 is less than 9. So this would be a yes. For number 4, 4h is greater than negative 12. And they want us to figure out if can h be negative 5. So we put 4, instead of 4 times h, now it's 4 times negative 5 is greater than negative 12. 4 times negative 5, different sign, so it's negative. 4 times 5 is 20. And 20 is greater than negative 12. Actually, that is not true. Remember, we're on the negative side, and negative 12 is closer to 0, so actually negative 12 is bigger. This is not true, so we put no. That does not work. There are an infinite number of solutions to this inequality, but negative 5 is not one of them. Number 5, graph the inequality on a number line. Y is greater than negative 1. Well, our number line looks similar to this. It's got an arrow on both sides. And we are so used to centering on 0, but there's nothing that tells us we have to center on 0. There is no center to a number line because the line goes on forever in both directions. There is no center. So we're going to put, this time, negative 1 right here in the middle. We go up one number to 0, down one number to negative 2. This greater than, it doesn't say or equal to, so we put an open circle. If it's not or equal to, it's an open circle. And this arrow will be pointing to the right, the greater than. Since we have our variable term first, we can look back at the problem. And if you look, the arrow seems to be pointing to the right. If you look at that symbol as an arrowhead, that's an easy reminder that our arrow will be pointing to the right. That only works if the variable terms comes first. Number 6, D is less than or equal to 2.5. Again, we'll put a number line. This time we'll put 2.5 in the middle. A little higher than 2.5 would be 3.0, and down would be 2.0. All right, so this is a closed dot, closed circle, because it does include 2.5 this time, because the or equal to, and our arrow will be pointing to the left. Number 7, S is greater than or equal to 3 3/4. So we'll put our number line. 3 3/4 will go in the middle. And we'll put 4 3/4 up here and 2 3/4 down here. Now we'll put our dot. Now, if you wanted to, you could have gone 3 4/4, which is actually just 4, and down to 3 2/4, which is 3.5. As long as you're going up and down by the same increment. Here I just went up by a whole one and down by a whole one. So I put a closed dot, because it says or equal to, and my arrow is pointing to the right because it says greater than, and the arrow seems to be pointing to the right. Number 8, P is less than 9. 9, 10, 8, open circle pointing to the left. You have at most 30 games on your smartphone. Write an inequality that represents the situation. Well, they didn't give us a variable, so we'll come up with our own. X seems to be an easy one. So in the number of games, X, it says is at most 30. So it could be less than 30, it could be 30, but it cannot be more than 30 because it says at most 30. And now we'll graph this situation. 30, 31, 29, close dot because it includes 30 and it goes off to the left. Well, I hope this has helped. If you have any questions, make sure you're asking them. Probably to me, or tutoring, or your parents, or some smart math person, or Siri, whatever. As long as you're getting your answers, that is awesome. Have a great night.